All rise. Judge Van der B Court is now in session. Judge, this is case number JVB 1008, Bishop versus Sanchez.
Thank you. You all may be seated. Okay, Mr. Bishop,
Yes.
you brought this case before the court. What's going on?
Well, my girlfriend, Linda, she hasn't been supporting the child like I feel like she should be doing.
What do you mean she hasn't been supporting the child? You talking about emotional support? You talking about financial support? What type of support are you talking about?
Financial support, actually being there, visiting. It's very rare that she comes around.
Okay. And what is it that you're asking me to do about that?
Well, I would like to have some kind of financial support from her end, and if we could set up some sort of visitation that she actually is
Explosive Bishop versus Sanchez case, where Mr. Bishop is demanding child support from his ex-girlfriend, Linda Sanchez, for their 2-year-old son. But here's the shocking twist. Linda openly admits she never wanted the child simply because he's a boy. She only wanted a girl. As the courtroom session begins, Mr. Bishop lays it all out. He's been left to raise their son entirely on his own, emotionally and financially, while Linda has been completely absent. But this case goes far beyond money. It's about responsibility, accountability, and the basic duty every parent owes.
2 years old?
2 years old.
You don't visit with the baby?
No, I mean,
No?
I have a night job, and so I sleep during the day, so it's really hard to get up and see the child.
So because you have a night job, you cannot spend time with your baby? That's what you're saying today?
Yes, Your Honor.
And you're okay with that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you not want to be a mom?
No, Your Honor. I did not want the child. Philip convinced me to have him. I thought it would be okay, but it ended up being a boy, not a girl.
So let me get this straight. You do not want the child because it's a boy and not a girl?
Correct.
That is like the most ridiculous thing anybody has ever said in my courtroom. Because of the gender? So do you not think you need to be paying child support to him?
No, he makes more money than I do.
But he has the full responsibility of parenting the child. You're not doing anything. You don't even want the baby.
Yeah, if he wanted the baby, he should take care of it then.
You made that up. Okay, let's go ahead and move forward because, okay, how much money do you make?
$4,000 a month.
$4,000. What do you do for a living?
I'm an entertainer.
What does that mean?
Takes the stand, his voice heavy with years of frustration and hardship. He shares how Linda has contributed little, neither financially nor emotionally, to their son's upbringing. Now, he's not only seeking child support, but also a structured visitation schedule to ensure she takes some responsibility for their child. Blaming Mr. Bishop for convincing her to go through with the pregnancy. And, just when it seems things couldn't get more unsettling, she doubles down, expressing resentment over having a boy instead of a girl. The courtroom falls into a tense silence, the atmosphere thick with disbelief. Linda's shocking statements not only add emotional weight to the case, but also raise serious ethical questions about her role as a parent.
Wait a minute. So you mean to tell me that exotic dancers cannot be in their children's lives? Oh no, you said you don't want to be in the child's life.
Yes.
You just want him to pay you child support and you want him to assume the full responsibility of taking care of the child too, because he wanted the child.
Well, I didn't want child support from him. He can just have...
But you don't want him to pay. I mean, you don't want to pay him.
Correct.
No, that's not how this works. He is not going to be the one that takes care of the child 100% of the time, and then you just get to go dance or whatever it is that you do. I'm not exactly sure what you do at your overnight job. That's just not how it works. So let me tell you what we're going to do. You're going to start paying him child support a month. Now, in terms of visitation, if she doesn't want to visit with the child, there's nothing I can do to make her do that. However, she will start paying some sort of child support today, okay?
Okay.
And you understand that?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you have a problem with that?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, just making sure. So, at $4,000 a month, I have your net calculated at $3,266.81, which brings your child support amount to, you only have one child?
Correct.
Okay, $653.36, and you cover health insurance?
Yes.
How much is it?
$344 a month.
300, and that's for the child only. That doesn't include you, right?
Correct.
Okay. So that amount is going to be added to that. So $653.36 plus the $344 that he pays in health insurance will be $997.36 a month.
Okay.
Okay. All right. That should be enough for you to cover anything that you need to get for the child. And just so you know, this child is going to grow up, obviously. He's 2 years old now. He can come back later as, you know, his life changes. He starts going to school. He might want to put him in private school or, you know, anything like that. Any type of extracurricular activities. He comes back in here. You've made more money. You already know what's going to happen, right?
Yes, ma'am.
What's going to happen?
I would have to pay more.
Oh, okay. Long as you understand that. All right. Is there anything further?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. If there's nothing further, you all are dismissed.
Okay.
Linda finally takes the stand, but instead of owning up to her actions, she plays the victim. She claims that working night shifts as an exotic dancer leaves her with little time to be a parent, making it impossible for her to be involved in her son's life. Then comes the jaw dropper. Linda openly admits she never wanted the child, because he's a boy, not the girl she hoped for. The judge's reaction says it all, visibly stunned, struggling to process what she's hearing. With a mix of disbelief and frustration, the judge calls it the most ridiculous thing she's ever heard in her courtroom. At that moment, any remaining sympathy for Linda vanishes. Her excuses, her indifference, and her blatant rejection of her son highlight a much deeper issue: pure neglect and a complete lack of responsibility. This case is no longer just about financial support. It's about the well-being of an innocent child caught in the crossfire. As the proceedings come to a close, Judge Wunder delivers a powerful final message. Custodial parents like Mr. Bishop are entitled to financial support, no matter how uninvolved or unwilling the other parent may be. Linda's personal preferences, no matter how shocking, do not excuse her from her legal and moral duties. This case serves as a stark reminder. No one gets to walk away from parental responsibilities just because they don't like the circumstances. In the end, justice is served. But the emotional weight of this case lingers, a powerful testament that this was never just a fight over money. It was a battle for parental accountability, and today the law stood firmly on the side of the child's future.